Morning, folks. Oh, we need to turn the radio down. Not allowed to listen to that. Police, actually. Sure, I saw a concert a couple years ago, and they were amazing. Like, for a three-piece band, just three guys, they were incredible. I mean, they're all three of them are very good musicians, but they were just, like, I was shocked at how good they were. So, what are we talking about here? Going fishing. They have some crazy weather here in central Pennsylvania the last couple of days. We got some rain, and all of the bodies of water around here have been really, really low. So, a little bit of rain, and then yesterday, we got like snow, ice, sleet, freezing rain, and some liquid rain. So, I'm hoping that this body of water we're headed to has got enough water in it to fish streamers. Fish streamers effectively. Fish streamers in an inch of water if you want to. You're just not going to catch anything. So we're going to go check it out. I'm going to fish a one-handed Skagit setup, 4-weight rod, a 175 grain Rio Skagit Trout Max head, and a OPST 55 grain micro sink tip. It's a 5-foot long tip, which they're really cool. They are, especially for stuff like this, where you fish in an 8.5 foot 4-weight rod. They're really cool. And we'll probably fish a zoo cougar. Those of you that don't know, a zoo cougar is a streamer designed by Kelly Gallup, and it's got a deer hair head, and the deer hair it seems to, I'm gonna rear end this guy, hold up, there we go. The deer hair just seems to push more water and make more of a disturbance, and especially when you've got stained water, high water, it just kind of lets fish know that there's something there. At least that's the impression it gives me. And road closed? This is a problem. What the heck? Okay, so we had a little issue there with a road closure I didn't expect. And this road is closed too, so we gotta go find us an alternate route. What is going on today? There's all kinds of construction in town. Took me like 20 minutes to get out here in the country. Now the roads are closed here too. There we go. But we gotta go down a mile or two before we can turn out towards our destination. Whatever. It happens, I guess. So I was fishing a little Skagit head with a zoo cougar. Like I was saying, that deer hair head, I think it really moves water in a way that lets fish know there's something there worth investigating. Honestly, it's one of my favorite flies to swing. And when I swing a fly, especially for trout in a situation like this, I'm not necessarily always just quartering downstream and letting it swing on a tight line. Sometimes maybe I'll give the line a couple strip and release kind of things. So I'll strip release, strip release, strip release while it's swinging, just to give it some animation. And you'll see, maybe I'll try and show you, we fish some stuff that's got some pretty complicated currents here, where there's obstructions, submerged boulders. So you can't necessarily do a traditional quarter downstream and swing. Your line just won't stay tight. So that's when I'll strip it in and I'll jig it, and just to keep a tightish line, because you want to have contact with that fly. If you're swinging or whatever, if you have a fly in the water and you don't have tight contact to it, especially a streamer, you run the risk of it getting hit and you not being able to get tight on the fish, and the fish is just going to pop right off, which is no bueno. So keeping tight to the fly, no matter what your presentation is, you got to do it. So sometimes that means when you've got complicated currents, stripping a little line in during your swing. All right, well, I have got to do some route finding, so we're gonna see if we can get to where we're going. All right, good news. We have managed the detour and we are back on track. So now all I gotta do is park, pop my waders on, and we'll get on the water, see what we can see. Holy crap. Well, I said screw swinging it, and I just threw a fly up in there and stripped it out like as fast as I could and had a fish blow up on it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on the GoPro. I hope so, because it was awesome. Didn't hook him, but that's life.
There it is. Oh no.
Gotcha. Oh, shoot. Nope, 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 nope. Come here. Ah. So, I managed to stick 2 fish. Unfortunately, you can't see this in the video, but I got that first rainbow early this morning, and then the water was just not as high as I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. And so I was like, I almost went home. I was like, maybe I'll go nymph somewhere. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go get a cup of coffee and go hang out. And I went to the fly shop in town and wasted a couple hours. And then I came back a little early afternoon. The snow was melting, and I was getting like periods of sun and cloud. And I swear, especially if you're fishing a streamer, if you fish something when it's sunny out, you should go back and fish it when you've got cloud cover too, because that same lie might have a fish that just isn't going to eat during like a period of full sun. And so I went back this afternoon, and almost in the exact same spot where I caught that rainbow this morning, little brown trout. I mean, he wasn't little, but not tiny, but there was a brown trout. So all that to say, what did we learn? Again, I say this all the time, the gauge is a tool, but it cannot tell you conditions. You have to go look. And honestly, I'm starting to think I should fish again tomorrow, because as the snow keeps melting, I mean, it's almost mostly gone now, but more groundwater is just flushing into the system, and the creek will rise. So I don't know, we'll see. But again, it's one of those things where you don't know unless you're there looking at it. The gauge is just not accurate enough to tell you. And then you're talking about one gauge, one place on a body of water that might have, 20 miles in between the next gauge or more. So again, using a gauge to determine conditions, it's folly, is what it is. You have to go look. And I guess the water's only 52 degrees. It's not like it's freezing cold. But I was shocked that I was able to throw a streamer in there and just rip it as fast as I could and have a fish just commit suicide on it. It was amazing. I don't see that a lot around here. You got to fish a smaller streamer if you really want to get that. Because we don't have a lot of really big trout, unfortunately. We got plenty of trout in like the 12 to 18 inch range, but 20 inches plus, we just don't see a lot of it, unfortunately, especially wild fish. That is kind of what I want. I would like to stick a wild trout, stream bred trout, 20 inch plus around here. I don't think I've ever, I don't know. I probably have. But what I really like is a 2-footer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I need to start fishing bigger streamers. Well, hopefully that was semi-educational, or at least fun to watch. So thanks for watching.